This is Wide Angle with Ashok Vyas. My distinct honor to be sitting with you, Dr. Akineni Nageshwar Rao ji.
He made this unbelievable tale possible, ironically through make-believe world of films.
We think of you with Dada Saheb Phalke Award, with Padma Vibhushan, with Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri, and so many awards.
ANR, the doyen of Telugu film industry in southern India, is a film actor, producer, studio owner, industrialist, rolled into one. Above all, he's a fine gentleman with exemplary qualities worth emulating.
I would request you to remember with us the days when you started off your journey towards acting on stage.
My journey is a story which can be taken by picture. I think some of them here, they know my journey, but few of you may not know, isn't it? You are from Rajasthan, so that I may be very new, a newcomer to the film industry from your point of view. I'm ninth child of the farmer's family where there is no education. To whole my family, there is no education. Even my mother and father can't sign the signature. My brothers hardly sign the signature with mistakes. I'm the one who can sign the signature properly. That is the background of mine. And then, because I have no property, totally I had 3,000 rupees worth of money for my share, so that my father died early of my 3 years, and so my mother took management of me. And she thought that because there is no educational background, I may not be fit for the education. If she spends that 3,000 rupees total property of mine, I may not be anybody by education, because it won't be sufficient just at least to finish BA or BCom or BSc. So that she stopped my education at my 4th class itself, where they don't even teach ABCD in Telugu only. At this stage, in the devotional songs and bhajans, and the kolatams in Telugu, I used to jump and dance, do something in the fine arts, which I don't know. My mother recognized, and I started playing in the theatre as a girl. Because I had no sisters, my mother took a fancy over my being a girl on the stage. She felt that as if I am a girl. And she used to decorate me as a girl. I used to do all the work which girls do for a mother. I used to do. At this stage, she thought it may be a theatre, may be a livelihood of mine. She thought. She asked me to join in the theatre. That's how I started my career. As a girl with a frock, I started. I grew on the stage from my 9th year to 19th year as a heroine. So, I am popular as a heroine. When I started with the foreign nurse at the time, when I grew for 10 years, I became a heroine. I used to take 5 rupees for a play. At that stage, one gentleman who is a producer of Telugu films saw me in a Vijayawada platform, took me to the Madras for a Rama's role. That's the first play where I played male's character. I had my troubles. I used to have my diction as a girl. Even a voice is like that. But I had many struggles, and by fourth year, just my voice became a male voice and started playing heroes' roles.
He worked very hard to train himself in several disciplines. The roles varied vastly: poet, singer, dancer, classical, folk, and also modern. A priest, a preacher, a sculptor, a dacoit, a pauper, an aristocrat, a king, a rebel, a saint, a sinner, a boatman, a sailor. The list is endless. He acted in many double role films, and in one film he enacted 9 roles with equal aplomb.
So there must have been some people who were your role models who probably taught you the nuances of acting. And also when this transition took place from stage to films and you were playing the role of Lord Rama in your first film, so there must have been a certain technique about this medium which you became aware of. Share with us growing in the understanding and awareness from these 2 angles.
That is a big struggle to become somebody at that stage of nearly 1944 or 41. But anyway, good producers with the taste in selecting stories and difficult characters, and they were given to me. Luckily, they were played well. I can say that I have acted very well. I can't say, but I have not spoiled them. That's all I can say.
If we talk a little bit about the art of acting, so is there any particular method that you adopt in getting to the skin of your character? What would you say helps you in living up to that character in a way which touches and connects with people who see you on screen?
See, I never learnt anything from anyone. There is no guru. As it comes, I did. I don't know what I know. That's me. I don't know what I know. All that life teaches everyone. Somebody becomes a technician. Somebody becomes an engineer, a doctor. It's because of their taste and opportunities. I had the opportunities, very clever people behind me to make me somebody. They coordinated work. That's my guru. That's my teaching. So that the writer creates a characterization which he writes. And there is a director who directs you and to direct you in such a way that if you are committing a mistake, he will repair you. Isn't it? And even side actors who are experienced also. There is a coordinated work in the films. At that time, not now. And so, as my life has gone through all these troubles and laurels, even a success gives you more happiness. That happiness brings you more success. They are interdependent work. If your work is appreciated, with all that happiness again, you work successfully. You choose successful things. This is the way my life has gone. And what more to say that I can't say that I have achieved so much. But I never spoiled what all the opportunities I had. That's all I can say.
When he was getting trapped in tragic roles, he opted to play comedy as a bumbling detective, a forerunner to Peter Sellers. This is the secret of A&R's long innings. He refused to be branded.
If we learn not to spoil the opportunities that come our way, it definitely helps us in doing justice to what is given to us. And I just recollect in your presence, sir, in 1962, the year which I was born, by that time you had already completed 100 films, and by 82 there were 200 films that had already been out, that were already out and were respected, appreciated. Financial success was also with them. You have done lead role in over 250, probably 256 films, 205. And many of them Telugu, a few of them Tamil also. And one Hindi. Which was that, sir?
Suvarna Sundari in 1957.
Wow. So one thing, be it Suvarna Sundari. So hero of Suvarna Sundari is sitting with me, and the first film was related to Lord Rama, and I was mentioning informally to him that he was born in a place that also is Ramapuram.
Yeah.
That again has Lord Rama. In 2011, recently, there was a movie Rama Rajyam in which also he acted as Valmiki.
As late as 2011, he acted as the sage who penned Rama's story. Interestingly, he acted as Rama in his second film. He acted in 255 films in 3 languages of all genres: social, folklore, historical, mythological, comedy, tragedy, musical, crime, everything under the sun. A&R is humble. With all humility, he acknowledges the guidance given by peers in the industry. He befriended those who were older and better informed, and chiseled himself into a cultured human being.
This is Wide Angle with Ashok Vyas. So I was saying there has been this current of the presence of Lord Rama throughout his life, and he humbly said that, but I'm not a devotee. Now the question is, Dr. Saab, when you play a role and you are convinced about the character, then they say that it becomes believable. So if you are not a devotee, then was it additional challenge, or it was like any other role for you, playing Lord Rama?
It's not that. You need not love that. You should love the characterization. Suppose I must have acted with 65 to 70 heroines. It doesn't mean that I like each and every one. I may not like somebody, but still I may love her in a picture. Nothing wrong in it. So we may love Christ, but we may not pray every day for him. We may love the characterization of prophet or Buddha. We need not be a devotees for it. We should be devotees for those who said something good. Otherwise, we got to act as if we are devotees. The same way, this call itself, it is acting. It's not believing. It's not living with them. It is as if you are. It's a make-believing process. So that ugly girl may be called by me in acting as a beautiful girl. A beautiful girl may be called by me by acting as a worse girl. This is this. That's how it's called acting. There itself there is all the meaning, the acting itself. It's a make-believing process. That's what I do. That's my job.
A college funded by him is named after him as A&R College. He is a health fad, termed as evergreen by his admirers. He takes care of his body, mind and soul. After 38 years of open heart surgery, he is hale and hearty, surprising doctors. In a career spanning over 7 decades, he paired with 64 heroines, a world record. Some of the heroines of his earlier films played screen mothers to him later.
Well, and I just recollect with you sitting in America, New York, thanks to our Anumolu Ravji, who has helped the community in connecting with you in a very special way here in New York. And you were here in America in 1964 in the Cultural Exchange Program of Government of India with another great actor, Dev Anand. If you recollect that particular period of being in America and when you are visiting now, how that flashes in your mind?
See, always they're all sweet memories. That's all we can say. Now, America is altogether different, as India is different. India's grown so much. India gave a great scientist like Anmolu to America. America, many people are coming and doing something good in India. India, wonderful people are coming in America and other countries doing a wonderful job. Now, as I am here, the Anmolu Subbarao, after hearing him, studying him, I feel I am nobody.
No, don't say that. No.
Really, I feel I am nobody. I'm not exaggerating. See,
No, don't say that. It is
to
not.
bluff, we need vocabulary. To say truth, that's all. There is no acting here. That's what I'm saying to him.
No.
Now, he is visiting us as a guest of TANA, Telugu Association of North America.
I think what you say also conveys to us a sense of humility and your ability to see yourself as nothing, as they say. The ego takes away major substantial talent that is given to us. And I connect this with your earlier statement where you said that you learned from life. And there is something in us which helps us in learning, and many of us probably fail to learn or to see the opportunities and do justice to them. So this particular quality, call it or trait, if you would like to advise to your son, your grandson, or the new generation to have this ability to learn from life, what would you say?
We need not say to anyone. If they study, they will come to know what I am, what somebody is. Isn't it? Why should we say to my son? Son is living with me. He must be studying me. If he can't understand that much, there is no use of my saying that this is good and this is bad. It is like that. See, you have your mind. To know that you don't know anything, you should know little. To know that you know each and everything also, you should know little, it's foolishness. Isn't it? That's how I know what I don't know. I know what I know. See, to know your defects is the greatest virtue of a man. To know your defects, it is the greatest brain you have. When you know that what are the defects you have, they got to be not to be exhibited. What all little you know, that got to be exhibited. This is artist should do. That's what I did. I know my defects so that I don't exploit them. I know what effects I have. I know how to exploit them. This is this. This is this. With this approach, we can be a little bit successful.
He is entering into 90s with all his faculties working excellently. His phenomenal memory stuns film historians.
And talking about you, I also would say that you are a visionary, not only in the field of acting, but then setting up your own studio and leading producers in a way which probably was not existing before you were there on the scene. So switching as a creative actor towards someone with this business acumen as well as ability to see what is needed for the industry and implementing it, how that came about?
See, one thing, constructing a studio, actually I don't want to show myself as a visionary. It is a necessity. Out of necessity, I have constructed the studio. That's all. That is the money with which I constructed that studio is all given by the people, given by the film industry. I invested there again. It is not for the business. I constructed that. Honestly, to tell you, it's out of necessity I have constructed it. That's all. Even that helped me a lot. So that I don't say that I'm a big industrialist, so that to develop the film industry, I constructed that studio and all that. I don't think I can't say that. Because I must be truth for myself. I must be saying truth for myself. I don't want to hurt my mind and heart. So that I say truth. It is for my necessity I constructed the studio. It's not for the development of the film industry. Incidentally, that may become an instrument for a development of the film industry. Nothing wrong. That's all.
Coming from India and also being a learner from life, has there been any role models for you in creative field or otherwise in the field of life itself?
No role model for me. I'm a role model. I should become somebody, that's all. No role model.
He won many state and central government awards as an actor. Recently, Indian government gave him the second highest civilian award, Padma Vibhushan. His fans are waiting for the day he'll be honored with the top one, Bharat Ratna. ANR remains a beacon for the social values Telugus cherish.
So, any dreams or ideas or projects in the pipeline?
No dreams of mine. I never dreamt. I never dreamt in my life. As it comes, I tried myself to be a successful man. That's all. When you want to be a successful man, we should not spoil anything. If you spoil, you won't be a successful man. And my job is such where there's so much a lot of guidance for me. So that I need not try for that, this and all that. As it came to me, I tried my best to justify the subject, whatever came to me. That's all. But I don't say big things that I have planned in this way, I have planned in this way. I can't say it. As it came, the opportunity came, and I try to do my justice to it. That's all. Sometimes I must have committed mistakes also. We don't know. It depends upon many other factors. There were many successful films. Out of these 255 films, 81 are successful. And 19%, 81% successful, and 19% failures. I have worked with all the interest even in that failure pictures also. So, the success never depends upon me. The similarly, failure never depends upon me. That's how we say it's a combined effort. My job is that. Out of that, I became somebody. People made me somebody. As we say, mother country, as you say, mother tongue, I say my mother profession. My mother is so great, it gave me all that. To that extent, that where you are interviewing me today in New York. That's all.
Thank you very much. Such an honor to be sitting with Dr. Akkineni Nageshwara Ravji. Thanks to Rav Anu Moluji also. And in New York, people who are watching you, who know Telugu and Tamil, they would be envious of me sitting with you for such a long time. So on that note, I express my profound gratefulness, happiness, as well as lots of good wishes for good health and longevity of this great doyen of our film industry.
Thank you.
This is Wide Angle with Ashok Vyas.